Macclesfield. He wanted a bungalow suitable for a wheelchair, but so far permission has been refused, despite there being other homes around his plot in rural Bollington. Now in his 80s, Alan is awaiting to hear the outcome of his latest application. Shan Robbins reports.
It's not a building in the city centre that Salford's Alan Leonard wants for his retirement, but one more rural. And after more than 30 years, Alan still has that dream.
I'm hoping that I'll be here to give my great-grandchildren away, but this is getting me down, it's getting my wife down. I mean, it's just unfair that they can build all round us, but we can't build on this, what's been described by the council as contaminated, derelict brown field. Even though its location is greenbelt, it does not have no connection to that green field there. This is surrounded on 4 sides, houses on 3 sides, and that was given planning permission for light industrial and offices only in December of 2015. Where's the justice?
Around an hour from Salford, accessed down a private road in the historic town of Bollington, 33 years ago, Alan thought he'd found the perfect place for an accessible bungalow. On the left, there's a fenced-off field with cows and sheep, and on the right is Alan's plot. It's about half an acre in size, and he bought it after being told he'd be in a wheelchair by the time he retired. Since then, he's had operations including a quadruple bypass.
I'm well past my sell-by date, but back in 1984 or 83 when I purchased the land, I inquired at the council what the chances were, and they said at that time there did not seem to be any reason why I would be refused one bungalow. At that time, it was not in the greenbelt, so I went along and purchased it. Since then, I think I've put 7 applications in. I've applied to the Cheshire plans 3 times. Over the years, with the frustration, seeing my wife in tears over many times because of this problem that we've had, I've said things that, I shouldn't have said.
Past Alan's neighbour's house and other buildings to the left and right of him, the road continues to the canal. A few years ago, when he had the backing of Bollington Town Council, the old Macclesfield Borough Council and CPRE, the Campaign to Protect Rural England, Alan had thought he could build his home, but it ended up not in the final plans and remained classed as greenbelt. With many people concerned about the urbanisation of once rural areas, greenbelt is highly protected with fears that it will be gradually eroded. But currently, to meet the community's need for more homes, Cheshire East Council is updating its land availability assessments, and Alan has put in a site allocation application. He's been told he's more chance of building a home if the application is for more than one house, and he's hoping it will be in the upcoming latest local plan. A spokesman for Cheshire East Council said, "The land owned by Mr Leonard sits in established greenbelt and is therefore subject to stringent restrictions on any development. We are aware of his aspirations to build a home on the land, but national planning policy is clear as to the restrictions that apply to greenbelt. However, the council is about to review its greenbelt boundaries throughout the borough as part of the process surrounding the emerging local plan. Existing greenbelt boundaries around villages, such as Bollington, will be examined and possibly amended, but this is a process that can take several months to complete, and we do not expect to be able to introduce any changes, if any, until late 2018.
This is my final attempt to build on this, not to build a bungalow on this, because my dream actually now is to live long enough to take my great-grandchildren down the aisle. And obviously, when I go, this will be their legacy. I want to make sure that in this terrible world that we live in, that my children have got a little bit of a start, which I can provide, but I can't provide it when it's a tip. Somebody has to have a sense of fair play and decide that that is not greenbelt, that is greenbelt.
Ken Edwards of Bollington Town Council gave us his personal view. The greenbelt is vitally important to the Bollington community. Occasionally, anomalies arise that get tangled up in the broader question of greenbelt protection. These anomalies, including Mr Leonard's, can be sorted out at this time when Cheshire East are prepared to consider proposals to change the greenbelt. Mr Leonard has taken that opportunity. Let us hope there is a reasonable outcome.
But it would be nice if I could finally get to that dream of living here in this beautiful countryside with the canal only 100 feet away, who would not want to end up with that dream?
All Alan and his wife can do now is hope and wait. This is Sharon Robbins for That's Manchester.